EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Carolina Panthers. On the visitor's sideline, Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. His guys looking for a second straight victory after coming out on top a week ago. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys coming off their byes, so they should be fresh and ready to get after it. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury. And we'll be back in a moment. On play action, McCarthy. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Jefferson going to go in motion right. Throwing is McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
24 yards. And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
To the air with McCarthy. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
To the air again, McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Brings up 3rd and
McCarthy going to sneak it. And he will have the Vikings first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And the Vikings first down. A pickup of 2 yards. First down.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
At the 37-yard line.
Shakes off the sack. And a nice job of break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw McCarthy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, You talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in the age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Young will set to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Christian Watson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 5. You look at this defense for the Vikings. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake, Young. Just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Panthers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Young. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during the game, our cameras find them looking down at your play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Well, you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You might look at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st down. It's a gain of 6.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Over the middle and complete to Addison. 2nd and 7.
Complete to number 3, Jordan Addison.
McCarthy going to throw again. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line.
And the Vikings first down.
Now McCarthy.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Intended for
2nd and 10.
Incomplete. The coverage by Dorian Williams.
Here's McCarthy. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28.
On the play. That's another Vikings first down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Vikings
Back to throw again. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
covered by J.C. Horn.
Sticking with the pass. Here's McCarthy. Going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Derek Brown in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Panthers offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already for just the first quarter of play. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. The drive begins with Mason. And he stopped immediately there. Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And they'll go again with Mason. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40.
That's another Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Young. This is caught by McMillan. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
It's a gain of a
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Down and 2.
Now here's Young. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
That's another Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Looking to throw, Young. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches at the Vikings 17-yard line.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. On is Fitzgerald now for the PAT. It's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
The score, Panthers 14.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
2nd and 13. Complete. Jefferson the target. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is McCarthy. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Up the middle, Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Running left, Mason. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Riley Moss on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
On the ground again, it's Mason. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Daniel Whelan now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Panthers offense had Chuba Hubbard set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And while all of that was going on with the sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watson. This now a 3rd and 4.
Complete to Christian Watson. A gain of 13 on the play.
Now Garoppolo.
3rd and 4.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And here's Rodgers on the return. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. To the air with McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mason going to get it on 1st down. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Right back to Mason. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. 3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Looking to put a drive together. Following the interception, Young. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Young now. He'll find McMillan here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Here's Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now Young. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Again, it's Young. That's caught by Tucker. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. To throw, Young. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Completes this to Addison out left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Vikings first down.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Second down in the yard. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. To the air again, McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now McCarthy. And he'll go down. Brought down the 20-yard line. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Week 15 of the NFL season, playoff time for you fantasy football players. But for the real teams, the home stretch is starting. Let's get into it. Our trip through the NFL starts now. We begin at MetLife Stadium. The Giants at home to take on the Commanders in the NFC East. And this is Eric Gray. From there, why don't we go to Cleveland? Let's check in on the Browns as they play host to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it's what could have been for the Cleveland Browns, their former #1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. Lastly, let's go to Atlanta. It's the Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. And it's the veteran, Mike Gesicki. He'll take this in for the touchdown. He's found the end zone twice in the first 2 quarters. The Falcons on top in this one at halftime. With that, let's give you a chance to look at the playoff picture in the NFC with 1 month remaining in the regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The home team's offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. Third quarter starts with a run by Hubbard. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Young to throw it. This is caught by McMillan. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
Young to throw it. He'll try to pick it up himself. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Young scrambling and able to pick up the first with his legs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the give, this is Hubbard. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
2nd and 1.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Tucker. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Working to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Mason. They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Straight ahead, here's Mason. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Throwing is McCarthy. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Fair catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for the Panthers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Midfield to the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and...
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. To the air with McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tucker. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Hubbard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Garoppolo now. Checks this down to Hubbard. And he gets it down to the 32. 3rd down and 1.
A gain of 11 makes it 3rd and 1.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he is going to have the Panthers' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Panthers' 1st down.
To throw is Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. That's Hubbard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Vikings' 20-yard line.
Now a toss. Hubbard going left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Jonathan Bernard on the tackle.
Garoppolo
brings up 3rd and 3.
That's caught by Tucker. On 4th down on is Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy fans. crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
A 35-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Garoppolo. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kyle Pitts, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Vikings 6.
A 10-play drive that time. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We certainly had a sense again here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Looking to put a drive together. A handoff to start the drive to Mason. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
And they'll go again with Mason. And he'll stretch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Here's McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Vikings first down.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
5 yards on the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
It's a shovel pass, and it's complete. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
Gain of a yard.
Now McCarthy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jordan Addison, 27 yards. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22.
Vikings 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Gets past one man. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as we get this up to about the 42.
Panthers.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
Right back to Hubbard. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Second and 1.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line.
18. That's good for a Panthers.
There's Garoppolo to throw. That's caught by Tucker. And they get this one to about the 20-yard line.
11 more yards. That's another Panthers first down.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Javon Hargrave gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
28-yard line.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Short throw caught by Pitts. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
A gain of 10 brings up third and 8.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. This is caught by McMillan. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Ryan Fitzgerald on for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And this defense might be about ready to wave flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And a quick throw here, that's complete. From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
On play action, now McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And Hawkinson going to have the Vikings first down as the tackle made at the 42.
And the Vikings
Throwing is McCarthy.
Oh, he dropped it.
And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again, McCarthy.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Back to throw again. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now a run with Hubbard. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help sweep this one away. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run here with Hubbard. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's good for a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the Panthers, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.